Oh, hey, didn't see you guys there. It's a beautiful sunny day, isn't it? So beautiful that me and Ben decided to take a swim right before we do the podcast. Speaking of Ben, where the fuck is that little midget? The fuck, dude?
Just made love to a couple of mermaids, man.
Nasty, bruh.
Made some baby fishes.
Hell yeah.
Woo! This is Ben.
This is BK.
Welcome
The Let's Get It podcast.
What is up, boys and girls?
And grandmas and grandpas.
Okay, tell me, whose grandma would you like to have on? Let's try to get them up.
Let's see, man.
I don't mind Mila Kunis or Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Grandma, because I think they'll probably be like Gmails and shit.
What do you mean Jilfs?
Oh,
Grandmas
Jilfs.
are like the fuck.
Oh, damn. Yo, we're gonna do this episode today, like real different. You know, we're really in like a different kind of environment today.
Yeah,
we will
yeah.
bring you some greeneries.
And we're definitely not going to talk about the same shit. For example, big dicks.
Oh, yeah, one of our least favorite topic, I guess. Wing,
Yeah.
wing. Yo, this is for the fans today, you know? Like, we've been thinking about how to, like, you know, make topics that you guys love. And this is the point of today's session. We are going to talk about topics that we would like to do in the upcoming podcast.
Basically, it's going to be a brainstorming session. Sit back, enjoy the ride.
Wild idea number one,
Yup.
let's adopt a kid and make him
Sounds interesting already.
rob a bank.
First of all, do you know anything about the adoption process?
Yeah, I think you can name the kid whatever you want him to be named. I think that's the most fun part about it. Like,
That's the
give
fun
him
part.
Megatron Chuang. How about we just call him Chuang Ching Chang?
There's someone named Boston Salmon, UFC fighter. His name is Boston Salmon.
Yo, so back to the adoption, yeah. I don't know, dude. It's like going to the shelter and choosing a cat, right?
Yep.
So like kind of the same logic applies. So you go to the shelter for these kids. Maybe they are locked up in cages.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I would assume the process is like.
Yes, and then you
And-
pick which.
Yeah,
baby you
and
want.
obviously the lively baby that's like ha 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 ha. You
we
might want that. Yeah.
Basically, a kid that's gonna be a star on the camera.
You know, like how these influencers, right? They be
Oh,
exploiting
yeah,
these
yeah.
kids for money to get pregnant, so they can have a kid, so they can tap into the wider audience of like the baby mom audience, where you can just say, "Oh, you know, this Pampers or diapers sponsored me. It's amazing."
Dude, there's so many bababies account.
I think they're hideous, man. Like for real. Like, I follow cat accounts if that counts.
I follow one dog account. It's a pug. I love pugs. I had a pug.
You look like one.
Not true. So I had a pug. He was 19 years old when he passed away. Like I think the average lifespan of a pug, like a smaller breed dog, is gonna be, I think 11 years if they were to die of old age.
Why did he live so long? Like he had
Just didn't
nothing to
wanna
live
go.
for, dude. He's the ugliest dog in the house, and his master is a retard. So why would he even like?
First of all, I love my dear pug. His name was Spike. When I come back from Melbourne to play with him, and then he would be fall
That's
asleep
him
after
try to suffocate himself. Can't you see the signs?
that. No man.
Dude was on
He's
suicide
just-
watch for so long. Yo, but fun fact though, like
What's
you
up?
know the koi pond that we were swimming in. For those who don't know, someone actually died there before. Someone fucking
Why you gotta
died.
bring that up, bro? His name was Kaiser.
Yeah, tell us more about it.
I remember it like it was just yesterday, 2012, February. It was a thunderstorm basically, and I heard my mate shouting and screaming, almost as if it was a scene from a movie. You know, I got up and I heard my mom shouting from across the hallway, and they were in a panic. My brothers too, they ran out of the room. I was the last one to get down, so we came downstairs to the pond, which is this area right here. And I saw my baby Kaiser. Kaiser is probably the most beautiful husky in Malaysia.
Hell yeah.
At that time,
Hell
he is a double-coated black and white husky.
So what? They coated him black first, then they coated him white.
No, double coat means
Just
like
dip him in chocolate.
no man. Double coat actually means like your fur is thicker. So
Right.
a typical stereotype. The thicker coated huskies, we call them show dogs. So they bring those dogs with like thick fur, and they take them for like talent shows. And by talent show, I mean like it's like a beauty contest. basically.
Right. Like hearing your story, right? I can just kind of think of two suspects in this. Number one, be your mate. Number two, be fucking Spike, because he's jealous, though. Like, yo,
Okay.
on a dark and stormy night, Spike actually sent a letter to Kaiser and he was like, yo, meet me out here in the porch. And when Kaiser came, there was nobody. He was waiting for Spike, and bang! Spike pushed him down and
Kicked him into the pond, huh?
yo, this is a conspiracy right there.
Okay, so we actually had CCTV footage. If we wanted to, we could see what happened to Kaiser. Our guess was, so we had a partition, like a fence, from the front yard to the backyard. So he tried to jump over. It wasn't that high, probably about 3 feet. He tried to jump over, and I think he fell to the pond. But we didn't bother looking at the CCTV footage because we don't need to see that, man. Everyone was sad as fuck. Daddy cried. Never seen Daddy cry before.
Let's hop back to idea number two. Let's hop back to idea number 2. What about making him smoke meth?
What would that actually do?
You can have the crack baby video that and that could make him famous.
This adoption plan could actually work. I have a diploma in taking care of kids.
Early childhood education, right?
Yes, so don't doubt it. I know how to take care of babies. I know what's up. Diapers ain't a thing, dude.
Ain't a stank. Okay, idea number 2.
So this is episode 9, by the way.
And the subscribe button is down here as usual.
Yes, here, probably here, somewhere
Though
here.
sometimes it appears up, but
It never
we're going
appears
way
up there,
down.
but that's
We're
all
going
good.
deep down under.
Not as deep as the conspiracy theory episode we had.
Oh, dude.
In the conspiracy theory episode, the whole purpose of the conspiracy theory episode was we're going to try to lock in on a few topics so that we don't get sidetracked, drifted away. Okay, that's something that me and Ben can do all day. To those of y'all who actually watched the conspiracy theory episode, so in total there was about 6 conspiracy theories that we had to talk about. We pretty much ended up talking about almost 50 different topics.
Yeah, we tend to be scattered brain like that.
And I ain't gonna think too much about that. It is what it is.
You know, it is what it is such a rhetorical statement. If you want to use like it is what it is, and like no one can fucking answer to that, like, oh really? What if it isn't what it is? No one ever gonna say that.
Just because they agree with your statement. So
no, it's like just throwing the conversation ender. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Enough. Like it's a fucking rhetorical statement, dude.
Are you a hater? What you're saying is true though. It's a bit annoying in the sense that when it kind of means like, yeah, that's where the conversation ends and I'm the cool guy.
I could argue back and say, what if it isn't though?
But it is what it is. Give me an example of something that is not what it is.
You think your mom loves you, but she don't. It is what it is. Just turn it back on you.
Okay, so for the next episode, episode 10, just thought about doing something special because it's episode 10, you know, double digits.
Double digits.
And by then, once again, we're going to talk about the 100 subscriber mark.
Is that going to happen?
Man. Even if it already happened, guess what?
I still want you to subscribe.
200, 300. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your teachers.
Wait, I just got a call. Your mom says she loved this episode and she wants you to fucking tell your friends and subscribe. Yeah, just like that.
That's fucking rude, dude.
They texted me first, bro. Like, don't get this shit wrong. Yeah, she's fan and she's only fan.
She has an OnlyFans.
She's my only fan.
You know what they say about girls on OnlyFans? They're showing them titties. You sound like a fucking pervert.
Dude, Adam and Eve was born naked. So
You're right.
Adam was probably banging Eve. And let me tell you something, okay? Some say that like God made Eve out of one of Adam's rib. So technically Adam is flexible enough to suck his own dick.
Is it like the conspiracy theory about Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, exactly.
Removing one of his rib so that he could give himself fellatio. Oral sex.
Yeah, it's a very fancy word for sucking dick. Like, hey guys, I just gave 5 random dudes a fellatio last night. And people is probably going to think like, oh, hey, she gave them a really nice gift. But fellatio here means sucky dicky. And 5 random dudes sucky dicky might or might not be a bad thing. It's subjective. Okay, idea number 2.
In this awesome brainstorming session.
I'm trying to get some ideas, you know, like...
Yeah, Eddie, you got any ideas? So Eddie's my good buddy. Probably talk about him every episode. He's got social anxiety.
Social anxiety sucks. I'm a victim.
So he had social anxiety from a young age. I would say during primary school because he was a little fat kid.
Wait, why are we talking about the second idea?
Okay, yeah, second idea.
Yeah,
so yeah,
bro.
Eddie's social anxiety, he was fat. He lost weight now, he got ripped. He does BJJ and he can tap you out.
Minus the J.
He's gonna choke your moms out.
Are we making too many your mom jokes? Because if you like it, please subscribe.
Yeah, okay, so for the next episode, episode number 10, we're gonna do the spicy noodle challenge. Wait, super common. Probably a reason why I've tried to avoid doing that. I think it's a super unoriginal idea.
Not true.
But I do love spicy food.
Mine's pound for pound.
Come on, man. There ain't no one else
Not true.
that I've met in my circle of friends
Not true.
that can eat spicier food. than I
Not
can.
true. I can eat spicier than him.
So Ben here,
I don't need you speaking for me. Say
he's
it.
a straight up bitch when it comes to spicy food.
the fuck? I pound ghost pepper for breakfast, then drink my tears. Because
Guys,
that's spicy too.
Maggi mee noodles, the curried flavor ones, that's a whole lot of work for Ben. He'll be tearing up having Maggi curry noodles.
And those are manly tears, might I remind you, okay? Like, I don't tear because it's spicy, dude. Like, I tear because, like, I'm eating food that the kids in Africa can't eat. Like, so privileged that I get to eat spicy food that I just cry.
I think it's probably gonna be
Chili pan mee, yeah, sure.
Chili pan mee is a
Local delicacy.
yeah. It's probably about time that people refer to it as a delicacy, right?
You don't get that shit anywhere else in the world, thing.
Okay, fine. You do have it in other countries now. They have it in Australia. Of course, Singapore has it because they copied us. So
As usual. Yeah, I
Them
bang
rabaks,
your
yeah.
bitches, bro. Singapore boys. Yeah, you ask them Singapore girls, they know who got the goodie. Who got the goodie?
Let me tell you how much of a bitch Ben is when it comes to spicy food. Me and Ben, we both lived 17 years on this planet
In Malaysia.
where spicy food is the norm. If you ain't eating spicy food and you're from Malaysia, you are a wimp. We were having tuition classes and the teacher bought nasi lemak for
She was
everyone.
cute.
And I remember we were about to eat and Ben turned over to me and he said, "This is my first time eating nasi lemak with sambal." And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
What can I say? I mean, like, I just wasn't raised that way, you know?
You like to be comfortable.
I will admit, like, when it comes to food, I'm
Yeah.
more on the conservative side.
What's the most fucked up food you ate?
I don't know, pig's organ? Yeah, I didn't know. Like,
Yeah, I
right?
didn't know.
Like, I
You're a
was
little bitch.
But that's quite common here also.
Yeah, so in
You know what else is common here, Eddie?
I don't want to know.
Is it Edward's mom?
No, no, no.
Oh shit,
It's
sorry,
just like
sorry, Auntie Con.
vaping in general.
So
And your mom.
okay, so for episode 10, which we are most likely going to do that spicy challenge.
Is it world's spiciest?
Yeah, world's spiciest chili pan mee noodles. So
It's right here in Malaysia.
yes, a buddy of mine actually tried it out. He's a bitch as well because he only had a bite and he said that he couldn't take it no more.
Gary.
Bitch Gary. He also plays chess. Fucking nerd. If you managed to finish the whole bowl, you would have your picture up on the wall at the restaurant. But the thing is, we're most likely gonna take away the chili pan mee so that we can shoot the video somewhere else. Like, I don't want to do it in the restaurant. Probably don't have the budget for that right now. It's gonna take a bit more work.
Unless you subscribe.
So aggressive on the subscribers. That's what you gotta do though.
You're watching this, you know you love us, and you know we love you. Like, for the guy who get friend-zoned by girls, right? He will still hang on for 5 years, but I don't know how long we can hang on if we don't subscribe.
I think I'm just gonna quit tomorrow, dude. Fuck this podcast
Hey, guy,
shit. Man.
no, Brian, don't, man. I think there are still people out there who haven't subscribed that love us.
Who? Like who?
I had a colleague come up to me and he's like, "Hey Ben," then he just turned to like the general public behind him. "Do they know about the podcast?" Then I'm like, "No." Then he's like, then I'm like,
How was that even a punchline? Ben's gonna try some spicy noodles.
I'm gonna
And,
cry, but it's not because it's spicy.
enough about that spicy episode.
Let's go for the final topic because we've been talking a lot about our ideas and sidetracking. Topic number 3, nom. Let's get a black guy on the episode. I want a Malay guy.
Oh, Malay sound black.
I want a couple of people on our episodes, right? So I want the Malay guy.
Yes.
I need him to be a rempit so that he can dia boleh cakap masa dia kat motosikal buat apa stunt gila semua.
But really,
Yeah, and I would like a black guy to come on this show and just tell us how he's been, racially profiled by the police. Because, they
that's
probably
always
suspect
interesting.
him of carrying, meth when he's just carrying weed. Like, does the cop stop him because he's black? Like, what are the struggles
Dude,
do they
a
go
black-
through? Or a Bangladeshi.
is there Banglas in Singapore?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
You know what's really important? You know what's the shit that people should actually, take note of? Bangla Lives Matter.
BLM, hashtag that shit. Put it out on social media. Spread some awareness.
Any Bangla guy that you see walking around, observe for a little bit. He don't like the way he's being treated, the way that people look at him, because he's just a hardworking, family-oriented young chap. Could be an
Word.
old chap too, but most of them are young, dude, because they came over here because they wanted to make a change for their lives and their families. And guess what? They gotta eat shit every day from people like,
Eddie.
yeah, Eddie has given shit to Banglas before, like Gary. My buddy Gary, he works in the construction site and he's got a team of Banglas.
If they die, we just replace them.
If they die,
We just replace them. That's a fucked up quote, I would say.
Wow.
The reality though.
The guy got to think, right? Like, oh shit, if I die, they'll replace me. So how do you stand out at your workplace in the construction site, right? Maybe
don't die. You don't die first.
Yeah. It's just like how when there's a bear, you shoot your fat friend's leg so that, the bear will stop and eat your fat friend. And, you'll be safe. it's the same logic applies.
But maybe you don't have to shoot your fat friend. Maybe you can shoot the bear. But no, you don't want the bear to put his attention on you.
Yeah,
So
I
that
mean,
would-
the maths work out. Like,
Yeah. So
trust
that-
me, calculated.
What did we learn from this podcast? Bears like to eat their prey ass first. It's true though. Yeah, that's the type of shit people need to know.
I feel like this podcast gives us an avenue and a platform to actually voice
Yes.
our opinions.
Yes, Bangla Lives Matter.
Bangla Lives so
We're gonna
fucking
start a
matters.
campaign, dude.
Like just putting up signs and just writing stores in the name of BLM, we would fucking do it.
Yo, I mean, all that rioting and looting, that's not good.
For the stores,
Yeah.
but for the Bangladeshi, it's time the the quiet lower class rise up.
Oh. Go cut that part out, because Banglas are equal.
Do they get a vote in our country?
Oh, yeah, Banglas can actually be Malaysian citizens.
But the process ain't easy.
You
You
gotta
gotta marry a Malay girl. It's a shortcut.
It works.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, show your local Bangla some love.
Mm-hmm.
Show them some support. You know, if you see them on the streets, just ask them, do they have their papers?
Dude, we've got some really sick ideas so far, man. Okay, let's seriously think. What can we do, like activities?
We just need a hot chick dancing.
It sounds simple, sounds trashy, sounds cheap, but y'all's gonna tune in. Maybe not the female viewers, because they don't give a fuck about that. What are we gonna do with girls dancing? Like, are we gonna sit here and...
We're gonna rate them, okay? We're gonna be like judges.
I
Rate their
thought you
dance.
said rape for a second.
I don't condone to the idea of rape. None of us here condones to the idea of rape.
Okay, yeah, we need to think about ideas instead of...
Okay, so I'm not trained in martial arts. I know Brian is, and he has a lot of interest in it.
I'm just
okay,
an
I'm
amateur.
gonna float this idea across and see if you ride the wave, alright?
Yeah, and
What if I fight a Down syndrome kid, but this Down syndrome kid is taller than me, he weighs heavier than me? Do you think that works?
Nah.
no, man. I think you're fucked up in the head, man.
Oh,
Although
right.
people have done that before.
I thought this was a brainstorming session and all ideas are welcome.
it's a miss, man.
It's a miss.
Okay, how about this? We're gonna have Ben box a girl that is about 20 kgs heavier.
I reckon I could get some body shots in, but
Okay.
she probably could take it.
Do you think you could take on a girl 20 kgs heavier than you are?
I'm 52 right now.
Damn. She's gonna ragdoll you.
I ain't scared, bro. Like, I was trained to fight ever since I was young, dude. I used to
Yeah.
play like Naruto Shippuden all the time.
Okay, yeah.
So we used to have like one-on-one battles on Naruto Shippuden on the PS2.
Yeah.
I could say I can fight pretty well.
What you gonna do in a fight? With a
Just
girl
did what
20?
Naruto do. Like whenever she punched me, I just use substitution jutsu. And then after that, I'll summon the frog, and the frog
Yeah.
will probably just have a way with her or whatever.
So then it's settled.
Yeah, I
What
won't
if-
even gotta do shit.
So anyways,
Are we at the end of the podcast? This
we
is the
just
second
think of
thing.
one more shit, dude.
Okay.
Uh,
We eat some of your plants in the garden.
do a whole podcast episode in the garbage bin.
I make out with a crackhead woman.
We get dogs on the podcast and we get the dogs to eat spicy noodles.
Run through pavilion, streaking in nothing but our underwear.
Or we could just do a podcast in pavilion in our underwear.
Put a trampoline at the lowest floor of a really tall building and we jump out from the highest floor.
It'd probably work out.
We eat Brian's $50,000 coins raw.
Do a podcast about us reading books.
We get a box of mosquitoes and we don't feed them for like 2-3 days. We step inside that box of mosquitoes.
We show up at the police station and we tell them that we are guilty. And they'll say, guilty of what?
Whatever they have.
Guilty of banging your mom.
Mak engkau.
Yeah, we do a podcast and every 5 minutes, we gotta do a 100-meter sprint.
I know. We have a podcast, but we raise awareness for people with Tourette's. We just blast, fuck!
Maybe we can be a good example of
Someone help!
someone with Tourette's and raise awareness and we'll raise money.
We'll raise money, yeah, for sure. Like, we'll probably send you like a thank you card by the Tourette's people, right?
Thank
They
you,
will.
dear fucking shit cunt, John. For we do a podcast every 10 minutes, someone has to take a shot.
That's what we like, and that's what we know you like.
That's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you guys like the content, and of course we had some really sick ideas, most of which are going to be true, and we're probably going to carry them out.
Oh yeah,
Most of them.
most likely adopt a child.
Yeah,
Very high on the list.
That's number one on the list, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. If you guys like the content, please subscribe below. Tell a friend about it. This is episode 9, and we ain't stopping, man. Only one way up from here. All the way up, bruh.
This is our life now, you know, like this is, you know us like
I didn't
this.
choose this life. The life chose me.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe I chose the life.
Yeah, but you know, we were
I
like
think
this
it's cooler
is
to say that you chose the life.
yeah, we chose this life.
Yeah, we chose
Therefore,
this
we're
life.
gonna get that shit tatted on our chest.
Maybe not
One
me.
big word podcast.
By the time this episode comes out, Ben probably has a tattoo on his head.
Yahoo! All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Definitely love y'all. Tell a
love
friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, and see you guys next time.
Missing my homies, I'm missing my oldies, my brothers, my cronies. We all went to court, but before only courts that we knew were the ones where we were shooting thangs, selling Kobe. To a legend, rest in peace to the old me, rest in peace to my brothers, rest in peace to my whole team. The old us, I'm missing my shawty. Remember back in the day, the things you would say.